got a passion about something that completely consumes you? And do you need to have one? If you don't have something that immediately springs to mind, I can help you with that. A niche or a niche is a specific theme, a subject. In fact, dictionary.com defines it as a niche is a place or position that's particularly appropriate for someone or something, especially due to being very specific and different from others. Okay, so from our perspective, we want to find something that speaks to, works for, attracts, entertains or educates a particular set of people with that common interest. And I like that. I can work with that. But what if I want to appeal to a broader audience? What if I want to create videos for YouTube that appeal to everyone? Or jump about from what's trending now to the next big thing, or hop from Christmas to Valentine's Day? In that case, no. A niche isn't what I need to find, and there is nothing wrong with that. Many YouTubers have successful channels where they cover all kinds of things, though they do usually have a defined style. They might be funny, they might be sensational, the biggest, the loudest, the smallest, the most expensive, etc. But if you want to speak to a specific group of people like you perhaps, who love to go hiking in lederhosen, then this is your niche. You've found your tribe. You know the terminology to use, the concerns they have, the things that will light their candles, and the things that won't. If you know something that you'd happily immerse yourself in for the rest of your life, even if you never earned a penny from it, then you, my darling, you've found your niche. Though what if it's already everywhere? Or the other end of the scale, it's nowhere at all because just maybe it's so narrow, so niche that only you are the only person on the entire planet who's interested in it. The easiest and quickest way to find out is to head straight to the search engines, Google, YouTube itself, social media even. How many results pop up? Nothing at all? Unless you've invented something pretty flipping spectacular that is going to take the world by storm, this is not the time or way to launch it to the world. On the other hand, what if every man and his dog are already knee-deep in your niche? First of all, let's check it doesn't just seem that way. For example, I'm a middle-aged lady who talks about how midlife Generation Xers like me can thrive on YouTube, and also how it's never too late to start print on demand. So algorithms and all being what they are, I get shown and pointed to posts, videos and adverts that are all about launching in your 40s, 50s and 60s, etc. Because I'm in that world. But I know that not everyone on the internet is. Minecrafters are still Minecrafting, Mr. Beast is still Mr. Beasting, and even if the niche you've chosen is massive and already way overpopulated, then you need to find an angle within that niche and make that your focus, a subsidiary thing. If we go back to my lederhosen wearing friend, hiking is the broader niche, but by narrowing it down to the lovers of leather shorts, I'm narrowing the field. So what if you really can't think of anything? First of all, I can't believe you can't think of anything. Are you telling me that you've got no imagination? None whatsoever? Humour me a moment here. Type in the comments what colour your front door is. Go on, what colour is it? Is it natural wood, unpainted? In which case just put brown. Is it multicoloured? Put that, put rainbow, whatever it is. Done? Now, how did you know what colour to put? Did you have to go outside and check the colour of your own front door? No, you knew. And you knew because you pictured it in your mind. And if you can picture that, you can picture things that interest you. Now that you know your brain is perfectly capable of this, I've got another exercise for you. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, let's go old school, or tap it into your phone or computer notepad if you prefer. Turn off the telly or your phone, etc. Sit somewhere comfortably and free from all distractions. On the left-hand side of the page, write out the numbers 1 to 30 going down the page. Write one theme or idea next to every number and don't pause to consider whether they're viable or even practical. Just let your thoughts and the pen flow. When you've written one, leave it behind, move on to the next. Do not dwell on them. Be open to whatever comes into your mind. Don't critique them. This is just for you. No one's going to look over them or judge them, or judge you. When you've got your 30 ideas written down next to the numbers, stop. This exercise might take you minutes, hours, days. Don't limit yourself or panic if the ideas just aren't coming. Just come back to it later. And then take a look at your list. Are there things on there that you know you absolutely would not enjoy working with? For example, I'm pretty sure I could come up with some decent Gothic gravestones and gloomy stuff, but that wouldn't be fun for me to work with. It's not me. It might be for you though. Equally, give me powder pink fluff and I'm going to run a mile from that as well, but it might be totally your thing. Some of your shortlisted niches will be easy to do this with and some won't, and that speaks volumes, doesn't it? You don't want to be struggling for things to create in that niche. And go into the search engines, Google, YouTube, and put something into the search bar and observe the results. Not enough? Too many? And check that what comes up is what you thought would. Worst case scenario, you start off in one niche and find that it just doesn't work, or that you actually really hate the subject and want to change. So change it. It's not the end of the world. Nothing is set in stone. And can you work with something that isn't a niche you know anything about, but know would be highly profitable? Sure, of course. But you'll find it much harder work to do the research and find out all about it if you're starting off with little or no knowledge or experience. Positivity. When you find your niche, your tribe will find you, and they will feel at home with you and what you produce. They will tell their like-minded friends about it too, and then you will know that you've really hit that sweet spot.